Crimson skies and Star Fox had a baby. That baby grew up in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. It's time to see if that baby is a keeper, or maybe we should have left it on the steps of the orphanarium. Greetings, you gits. I'm Septimus with the Grim Alliance. Now, there are more than a few Warhammer 40k games on Steam, and they range all the way from amazing to Dawn of War 3. Today, I just wanted to take a few moments to have a little look-see at Dakka Squadron Flyboyz Edition developed by Phosphor Games Studios. Yeah, I've never heard of them either. Before we get into that, though, you got your homework assignment here. In the comments, I want you to tell me your favorite Warhammer game. Doesn't even need to be 40k. I love hearing people gush about the grim darkness of the far future. Main points I want to hit are visuals, sound, multiplayer, and fun factor. Arguably that one's the one that really matters. The first thing that I really wanted to hit on is the campaign, and the fact that it's actually way better than I was expecting. I played the demo and it was just one planet and I liked it, but I was actually surprised that there's actually a story here. It's not going to change your life or something that you're going to carry with you for years and years, tug at your heartstrings, but the characters, well, they're characters all right, and the story is appropriately orky. The big boss believes he's the biggest orc in the system. After you take over, you head to some other planets to take them over, orc life. There's a few characters for you to pick at the beginning. They have various bonuses to things like your crit chance or your speed. And the game is actually why I decided, this game in particular, on visuals as the term instead of graphics. Dakka Squadron isn't Microsoft Flight Sim. It doesn't try to be Microsoft Flight Sim. But it has a very, I hate to say it again, orky flair in the visuals. And I think they're actually amazing. If I had never heard of this game, and you told me, okay, close your eyes, visualize an orc squadron flying Dakka jets in a video game, this is exactly what I would picture. I mean, the devs nailed it. Your jet looks so cobbled together, I'm actually impressed the devs managed to convey damage visually at all, but they do, to an extent. Another visual bit I wasn't expecting is there's actually a decent variety from planet to planet. I jokingly made a Star Fox comparison earlier in the video, and let's get ahead of that. Dakka Squadron is no Star Fox 64. But with that said, there's a good bit of variety. You got lunar surfaces with deep craters hiding turrets, or these lava vein tomb worlds with Necron monoliths hidden in caves. But you gotta fly in like the Battle of Yavin. It's a blast. Now the sound, this is where it falters a bit for me. The audio's fitting, and the dialogue and the cutscenes are great. It's on the missions where you start to hear some repeated lines almost instantly. I noticed this even in the demo before launch. It doesn't prevent you from getting immersed in the dogfighting, strafing, or just plain fun of Dakka. Is that even a verb? Anyway, it bears mentioning. Audio cues, they still do a pretty damn decent job of informing the player of damage to themselves, damage to the enemy. And while it gets repetitive, I would still rather hear more gets incoming, a half dozen times than nothing at all. Multiplayer is an odd one. I think I'll leave it out entirely in the scoring system. I couldn't get a match going. But maybe after a sale with a player base will spike and you'll be able to get it. From what I could see, it looked pretty bare bones, but, enough to get your orky multiplayer on if you can find a match. Before I head into the fun factor, I'd like to suggest at this point here, maybe if you've made it this far to us, hey, throw a like on the video, maybe subscribe. I'm going to be trying to cover a bunch of different random games like this. With my content creator mandated call to action out of the way and in the past, let's get on to fun factor. Okay, my God, is this game fun. When I'm thinking of a tagline, I was trying to think of something like, what should I put on the Steam review? This is what popped into my head. Everything that hurts this game as an arcade flyer helps it as an orc game. Okay, here's what I mean. Your jet's not going to experience drag on planets with an atmosphere, making it handle differently than it will on an airless moon. Your Dakka jet won't list to one side when your wing's on fire or you lose an engine. Is this realistic? Well, Actually, yeah, it kind of is. Orcs in 40k are these weird creatures. They're mildly psychic. They're essentially what every self-help book author dreams about. Their stuff works the way they think it does because that's what they think it does. Red things are actually faster because all orcs have accepted that the red uns is faster. Dakka Squadron is easily worth the price of admission, and a steal if it's even the tiniest bit discounted. You gotta grab this. And I hope to see you all in disguise.